AI is not your competition. It's your unfair advantage. What if the biggest lie ever sold to you was that AI is going to take your job? Here's the brutal truth nobody talks about. AI doesn't replace people. It replaces people who refuse to use it. The entrepreneurs who get rich in the next decade won't be the smartest. They'll be the ones who weaponize AI as their unfair competitive edge while everyone else is still debating whether it's a trend. Right now, a 22-year-old kid with a laptop and ChatGPT is outperforming entire departments of Fortune 500 companies because he treats AI like a co-founder, not a calculator. The market doesn't reward effort. It rewards leverage. AI is the single greatest leverage tool ever created in human history. And if you're not using it to build your business, your systems, your offers, and your marketing right now, you are actively choosing to lose. The window to gain an AI-first competitive advantage is closing faster than you think, and the ones who move now will own the next era of wealth. The offer is everything. AI helps you build the perfect one. What if you've been working 80-hour weeks on a product nobody actually wants, and the only reason you don't know it yet is because you never stopped to ask the right questions? The number one reason businesses fail isn't lack of effort, it's a bad offer. A bad offer with great marketing is just a faster way to go broke. But here's where AI changes the entire game. You can now validate, test, refine, and perfect your offer in days instead of years. Feed AI your customer pain points, your competitors' weaknesses, your market data, and it spits out offer angles that would have taken a $50,000 consultant 6 months to develop. The businesses making the most money right now aren't the ones with the best product. They're the ones with the most irresistible offer, built with surgical precision. AI lets even a first-time entrepreneur craft an offer so good, the customer feels stupid saying no. That is the game changer nobody in your circle is talking about, and it's sitting right there, free, on your phone. Scale without headcount, the solo empire model. What if you were told that you could run a $1 million a year business with a team of 3 people, and 2 of them are AI agents? People are building what I call solo empires. One operator with an army of AI tools automating customer service, content creation, lead generation, email marketing, data analysis, and sales follow-up simultaneously. Businesses that used to require 20 employees can now operate at higher efficiency and lower cost with one sharp operator and the right AI stack. Think about what this does to your profit margins. Think about what this does to your freedom. You're not hiring, firing, managing, or babysitting. You're building systems. Every dollar that used to go into payroll now stays in your pocket or gets reinvested into growth. The old model of business was get big to make big. The new model is stay lean, stay fast, stay dangerous. AI makes the solo entrepreneur more powerful than any corporation was 15 years ago, and most people still don't see it coming. That's your edge. AI-powered sales and marketing. Print money on demand. What if you could generate 30 days of content, 50 email campaigns, 100 ad variations, and a full sales funnel script in a single afternoon? That's not the future. That is Tuesday for the people who are actually winning right now. Marketing used to be expensive. It required agencies, designers, copywriters, strategists, all eating into your margin before you made a single dollar. AI obliterated that model. Now, the entrepreneur who understands human psychology plus AI execution is running circles around agencies charging $20,000 a month. You can A/B test messaging in real time. You can personalize outreach at scale. You can analyze what your competitors are doing and counter it overnight. The businesses dominating their markets in 2025 and beyond have one thing in common. They're moving faster than their competition can react. Velocity is the new advantage. With AI handling the execution, you stay in the strategy seat. And the person in the strategy seat is the one who always gets paid the most. Data is the new oil. AI is your refinery. What if every customer interaction, every failed ad, every abandoned cart, every unanswered email was telling you exactly how to make millions, but you were too busy to listen? The businesses that thrive in the AI era aren't just the ones using AI to create, they're the ones using AI to interpret. Data is flowing around you constantly, and 99% of entrepreneurs ignore it because they don't know how to read it. AI changes that. You can feed your customer data into AI and get back a blueprint of your buyer's psychology. You can analyze churn patterns and predict who's about to leave before they do. You can find the hidden segments of your audience that are worth 10 times more than your average customer. The companies that dominated the last era hoarded data. The companies that dominate the next era will be the ones who can process data fastest and turn it into decisions. Speed of insight equals speed of revenue. And right now, AI gives every small business owner the data intelligence of a billion-dollar corporation for free. The speed of execution is your moat. Move now or move over. What if the only thing separating you from the people making $100,000 a month is not skill, not capital, not connections, but simply the speed at which they act? The greatest killer of potential is not failure. It's the endless loop of thinking, planning, preparing, and waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. In the AI era, the first mover doesn't just win, they own the category before anyone else even shows up. The window to claim your niche, build your AI systems, establish your brand, and lock in your customers is happening right now, in real time. Every day you wait, someone hungrier is taking the position you were meant to occupy. AI doesn't care about your plans. It rewards the person who ships, tests, iterates, and ships again. The most dangerous entrepreneur in any room is not the one with the most knowledge. It's the one with the highest execution velocity, who uses AI to move at a speed that makes everyone else feel like they're standing still. That person needs to be you. What if everything you've been told about how to build wealth, go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, invest in mutual funds, wait 40 years, was the longest, most expensive lie ever sold to an entire generation? What if the game changed right under your nose and the old rules don't just not apply anymore? They're actively working against you. Let's get something straight before we go any further. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm not here to give you a warm hug and tell you that everything's going to be okay. I'm here to tell you the brutal, uncomfortable, money-making truth, because that's the only thing that will actually change your bank account. We are living in the most unprecedented wealth creation event in human history. Not the Industrial Revolution, not the internet boom, not crypto. This, right now, AI. And 95% of people are going to miss it entirely. Not because they're not smart enough, not because they don't have money, not because they don't have time. They're going to miss it because they're standing at the edge of the pool, asking if the water is warm while everyone else is already swimming to the other side. Here's the first thing you need to understand. AI is not your enemy. AI is not your competition. AI is your most powerful weapon. And right now, it's sitting in its holster because you don't believe you deserve to pick it up. The entrepreneur who integrates AI into every part of their business today is operating at a level that was physically impossible just 3 years ago. They're producing in 1 hour what used to take a team of 5 people 1 week. They're testing and iterating in real time. They're generating leads, nurturing prospects, closing sales, and building systems, all while they sleep. But none of that matters if you don't have the right offer. And this is where most entrepreneurs are slowly bleeding out without realizing it. They're working insane hours on a product that solves a problem nobody is desperately trying to fix. The market doesn't reward work. The market rewards relevance. It rewards solving pain so sharp that people throw money at you just to make it stop. AI helps you find that pain faster than any focus group, any agency, any consultant ever could. You feed it data, you ask the right questions, and it gives you the architecture of an offer so good that your customer feels irrational for saying no. Now let's talk about scale, because this is where people's minds break. Everyone thinks you need a big team to build a big business. That is dead wrong. That is 20th century thinking applied to a 21st century problem. The new model is one clear-headed operator, the right AI stack, and a set of automated systems that run like clockwork 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm talking about businesses doing 7 figures with 3 people, because AI handles the volume while humans handle the vision. Think about what that means for your freedom. You're not managing HR problems. You're not babysitting underperformers. You're not watching your margins get eaten by salaries. You are the architect. AI is the construction crew, and the building you build can be as big as your vision, because the crew never gets tired, never calls in sick, and never asks for a raise. Let's talk about marketing, because if nobody knows you exist, none of this matters. The old marketing model was pay to play. You needed a budget, you needed agencies, you needed time. And even then, you were guessing. AI ended that. Now you can generate 30 days of content in 1 afternoon. You can create 50 versions of an ad and let the algorithm tell you which one your audience responds to. You can write email sequences that feel like they were written by someone who knows your customers' deepest fears and biggest dreams, because AI helped you uncover exactly what those are. The businesses winning right now are not outspending their competitors. They're outthinking them and then out-executing them at machine speed. Now, data. Nobody talks about data the right way. Everyone knows data is important, but knowing data is important and actually using it are 2 completely different universes. Most businesses are swimming in data and drowning in confusion. AI is your refinery. It takes the crude oil of raw customer behavior, sales patterns, market signals, and competitor activity, and turns it into pure, actionable intelligence. The business that makes decisions based on real-time AI-analyzed data will always outrun the business making decisions based on gut feeling. Always. No exceptions. Data plus speed equals domination. And that brings me to the final, most important point. Execution speed. Nothing I've told you today matters if you go home, think about it for 6 months, make a detailed plan in a journal, and wait for everything to be perfect before you start. Perfection is the enemy of rich. Waiting is the strategy of the broke. The market rewards the person who moves, fails fast, learns faster, and iterates in real time. Right now, as you're listening to this, there is someone less talented than you, with less resources than you, with less experience than you, who is building their AI-powered business because they decided to start before they felt ready. The window is open. I can't tell you for how long. AI adoption is accelerating at a pace that makes Moore's Law look slow. The niches that are wide open today will be saturated in 18 months. The tools that feel advanced today will be standard in 12. The advantage you can capture right now, the first mover advantage, the category ownership, the audience trust, these things compound. They build on each other. They create moats so wide that your competition can't touch you, but only if you move now. So here's the question I want to leave you with, not as a rhetorical exercise, as a genuine gut check. What if you're the last generation that gets this window? What if in 5 years, the people who didn't act in 2025 look back at this exact moment the same way some people look back at Bitcoin in 2012 and say, I knew about it, I just didn't believe enough to act? That feeling, that specific flavor of regret, is the most expensive thing a person can buy with their time. You don't need permission. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need a team, a big budget, or years of experience. You need a clear problem to solve, an irresistible offer to sell it with, AI to build your systems, and the guts to start before you're ready. That's it. That's the entire playbook. Everything else is noise. Everything else is a distraction sold by people who are afraid of the same window you're afraid to climb through. The AI era is not coming. It's here. The wealth it creates is not theoretical. It's real, it's measurable, and it's being captured right now by people who chose to believe that they deserved it and then acted like it. The only question remaining, the only question that has ever mattered, is whether you're going to be one of them. The choice is yours. Make it wisely. Make it now. We have covered everything that separates the entrepreneurs who build generational wealth in the AI era from the ones who watch it happen from the sidelines and convince themselves it was luck. It was never luck. AI is your unfair advantage. Not a threat, not a replacement, but a weapon. The offer is the foundation. Get it wrong, and no amount of effort saves you. Get it right with AI's help, and the market pulls money out of your hands. The solo empire model proves you don't need 100 employees to build a $100 million business. You need the right systems. AI-powered marketing is the great equalizer. It puts small operators on the same playing field as corporations with massive ad budgets. Data, refined through AI, becomes the intelligence that makes every decision faster, sharper, and more profitable than your competition. And execution speed, the willingness to move before you feel ready, is the single trait that separates the people who talk about wealth from the people who actually build it. The AI business revolution is the most accessible wealth creation opportunity in history. It doesn't discriminate by age, background, education, or location. It only rewards action. It only rewards the brave. It only rewards the ones who decide, today, not tomorrow, not next Monday, not after one more YouTube video, that they are going to build something real. What if I told you that the people getting rich right now, quietly, aggressively, with zero permission from anyone, are not smarter than you, not more connected than you, not more talented than you? They just figured out one thing you haven't figured out yet. While you were busy working a job that will never make you wealthy, a 24-year-old with a Wi-Fi connection and an AI subscription just launched a business that made $30,000 in its first month. No office, no team, no degree, no startup capital, just a clear problem, an irresistible offer, an AI doing the work of 20 people at 1/100th of the cost. And here's what scares me for you. This window won't stay open. The people who move in the next 90 days will own categories. The people who wait will spend the rest of their lives wondering what would have happened if they had just started. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact AI business strategy. Not theory, not motivation, not fluff. The actual blueprint that is being used right now to build businesses that will still be making money in 20 years. Stay until the end, because the last point is the one that will change everything for you. Everything. Let's talk about marketing, because if nobody knows you exist, none of this matters. The old marketing model was pay to play. You needed a budget, you needed agencies, you needed time, and even then, you were guessing. AI ended that. Now you can generate 30 days of content in one afternoon. You can create 50 versions of an ad and let the algorithm tell you which one your audience responds to. You can write email sequences that feel like they were written by someone who knows your customers' deepest fears and biggest dreams, because AI helped you uncover exactly what those are. The businesses winning right now are not outspending their competitors. They're outthinking them and then out-executing them at machine speed. But none of that matters if you don't have the right offer. And this is where most entrepreneurs are slowly bleeding out without realizing it. They're working insane hours on a product that solves a problem nobody is desperately trying to fix. The market doesn't reward work. The market rewards relevance. It rewards solving pain so sharp that people throw money at you just to make it stop. AI helps you find that pain faster than any focus group, any agency, any consultant ever could. You feed it data, you ask the right questions, and it gives you the architecture of an offer so good that your customer feels irrational for saying no. And here's what scares me for you. This window won't stay open. The people who move in the next 90 days will own categories. The people who wait will spend the rest of their lives wondering what would have happened if they had just started. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact AI business strategy. Not theory, not motivation, not fluff. The actual blueprint that is being used right now to build businesses that will still be making money in 20 years. Stay until the end, because the last point is the one that will change everything for you. Everything.